Yep, we're going the right way.
On the right way, but I wish I could see that airport, or that private field. Alright, so that T-junction, I already know where that T-junction is, what we're looking for there.
Yep, so that's your junction right here.
Yep. Ooh. Go around.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. Dates are in the future, 2nd of October 2025, 2nd of October 2025, all good there. Get a little tension out of the top of my hair, that's better. Half left, half up, out of view, 2 from, I should go the other way, 150, 150, 2, good there. Get our map open, connect my iPad, or attempt to, let's see, it's already connected, nice. So then I should be able to just go to flight plan. Gotta repack my weather stuff, but I should be able to send this FPL to Garmin. Maybe.
Yep, so you hit that message button. One imported flight plan. You do activate, and then just, if you had other waypoints, you check, make sure they were all in there, but you just have the one direct to.
KRPJ, alright. Alrighty. 124.0, 125.8. That's going to be
advise on initial contact via Foxtrot. Fury Tower information Foxtrot 1754 Zulu, wind 260 at 7, visibility 10, clear below 12000, temperature 32, dew point 19, altimeter 29908. Visual approaches in east, runway 13 and 22, notice airman, runway 13 out of marker, out of service, taxiway Alpha 4 closed between GE ramp and taxiway Alpha, advise on initial contact via Foxtrot.
Hey, I got it all first try.
I didn't even have my pen in my hand.
Tower information Foxtrot 1754 Zulu, wind 260 at 7, visibility 10, clear below 12000, temperature 32, dew point 19, altimeter 29908. Visual approaches in east, runway 13 and 22, notice airman, runway 13 out of marker, out of service, taxiway Alpha 4 closed between GE ramp and taxiway Alpha, advise on initial contact via Foxtrot.
Clear below 12,000 is what you said?
Fury Tower information Foxtrot 1754 Zulu, wind 260 at 7, visibility 10, clear below 12000, temperature 32, dew point 19, altimeter 29908. Visual approaches in east, runway 13 and 22.
Perfect. Alright, information Foxtrot is set. We got our ATIS altimeter is set. We will get our squawk code. Make sure that my lights I need it on. Taxi, leave, nav and strobe off for now. Okay, I want to hear clearance delivery Skyhawk 364 Alpha student pilot information Foxtrot. VFR departure to Kilo RPJ Romeo.
Yep, and you could leave the
Papa.
kilo out. You can just have Romeo, Papa, Juliet.
Romeo, Papa. Romeo and Juliet, look at that. Romeo, Papa, Juliet. No VIA today, no VORs today. At 5,500 feet. Should I tell them that we're going to make a return trip, or?
Nope, you're only going to tell them the outbound.
Okay.
Because then we'll contact approach when we go to leave Rochelle, and we'll ask for the same thing.
And then they will give us all our information back. Alright. So, clearance delivery 124.675.
Fury Tower information Foxtrot 1754 Zulu, wind
224.675. Ready?
I am ready.
Fury clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot information Foxtrot, requesting VFR departure to Romeo, Papa, Juliet at 5,500 feet with flight following.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria clearance, maintain under below 5,000. Expect higher departure, departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1753.
At below 5,000 feet, contact 125.8, squawk 1753, 6 for Alpha.
Back 6 for Alpha, back correct.
1753, squawk code is in. You've been squawked. We're squawking. Alright, squawk code good. Let's do where compass is aligned. 0. It's right. The weather's still looking like best wind is runway 22 at the moment. It's 5 knot headwind, 5 knot tailwind, so unfortunately it's right on our 45s, but
sounds about right.
That's okay. 5 knots ain't bad for a crosswind. I can deal with that, maybe. Okay, runway 22. Looking at our KPIA, runway 22. Intersection departure via Alpha 4 still closed. Ow.
It is on this side, but not on runway side.
So, can we go to Alpha 3 or?
You can still do Alpha 4. They'll just take it, pop Alpha 4.
Oh, this part is closed.
Yeah, it's just the spot that's in between the ramp and Alpha.
Okay, yeah, let's do Alpha 4 departure. I know it's enough room, I just... okay, Alpha 4 departure. Okay, so... get our taxi instructions, and then we're going to do our... brake test, attitude indicator test, turn code test, HC compass test, and we'll test our brakes, because they're saying one brake is better than the other. Taxi light on, nav light on, strobe light on. Got all my lights on right now.
Yeah, so for the strobe light, wait to turn that one on until you're at the runway, hold short.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you'll find out during night, it'll make a strobing effect off the ground and it'll impair your vision. So,
okay.
Although it's daytime right now, if you get in the habit now, you won't do it later.
Fury Tower information, Foxtrot 1754 Zulu, wind 260 at 7, visibility 10, clear below 2000, temperature 32, dew point 19, our altimeter 2.
21.85, Fury ground. Alright. Make sure nobody's talking. Fury ground, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is at Byerly Aviation requesting taxi to runway 22 via Alpha 4 intersection departure at Fable.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Pure ground, runway 22 at Alpha 4, intersection departure, taxi via Papa Alpha.
Taxi via Papa Alpha for runway 22, 6 for Alpha. Okie dokie, Papa Alpha, easy enough. So we've been cleared to taxi. Let's go ahead and do our brake test first. Yeah, my RPM is just a little bit, so it's a little too high.
Wind 230 at 7, altimeter 29er
29er 7. So they just swapped ATIS, didn't they? Alright, 270 at 7, so that means we're doing a little bit better for cross one then. Alright, release the brakes, clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Roll ourselves forward ever so slightly. Ourselves this way. Clear of big old Mr. Red. Brake test. Do your brake test.
Alright, my airplane.
Airplane.
Yeah, I see what they mean about it. But alright, brake test good, your airplane?
My airplane. Is it going to be a problem to fly, or?
Yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah. It just means you got to push the left pedal a little bit further in order to get the pressure to catch.
Okay.
Probably just needs a master cylinder serviced.
Alright. Steer clear of the trucks. Start moving along. Turn is in the direction of turn, balls in the opposite direction. Turn is in the direction of the turn, balls in the opposite direction. Keeping an eye out for traffic. Keeping an eye out for other planes. Play and compass out just a little bit, change it back. Windsock still looking good for 2-2. Nobody on taxiway, nobody on taxiway. Yourself into the wind, ailerons neutral. Almost looking like a direct headwind now, so that's nice.
Yeah, when he mentioned it, he said 230.
Oh, I thought he said 270.
Nope, 230.
Heck yeah.
Yep. And actually it's reporting on the METAR as 240, 14 gusting 18.
Oop. For Peoria?
Yep.
Okay.
Density altitude of 3,200. Ooh, this plane hates it.
That little dot. Is that a bird? Drone?
Bird. Probably, they like to sit up there and just hover in the wind.
Turning on to Papa. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Want Alpha 4, so that'll be to our left. Ourselves into the wind, ailerons neutral. Ourselves left, turning left. Wind is going to be coming from behind and this way, so like this. Actually, remain slow, kind of like this.
Yep.
But still pushing back. And then once we've straightened out, it'll pop to the other side.
Usually somewhere between like 1,000 and 1,200 gets a good, steady taxi.
And do not cross the runway threshold, because we will all go to jail.
Yep. But you can still get up close to it if you wanted. You just can't cross it. That way you're not out in the middle of the taxiway.
Yes. Enough room to still spin ourselves around if we need to. Off the taxiway. That should be good.
Yeah, what I would do is I'd scoot a little bit closer to it. If you got to do a 180, you can always ask the tower. They'll let you use this whole taxiway to do a 180, as long as there's nobody landing.
Fair enough. Alright, point ourselves into the wind, elevator control. Go ahead and make sure that we did all our previous checks. Radio's been tested, radio light. Our taxi light is good, we're holding short. Turn on our strobe, turn on our landing light, turn off our taxi light. Don't need pitot heat. Brakes have been tested, attitude indicator's been tested. Gauge light compass is good, turning printer's been tested. Now we're on to our magneto test. Run up.
Okay.
So brakes set, fuel both. Fuel set to both. Trim set to takeoff. Trim a little bit of both takeoff. It's fighting me right now. Annunciator lights. All good. Instruments. Temp good, pressure good, fuel good, EGT, fuel flow, won't see it, vacuum, won't see it, amp good, volts good. Airspeed, turn indicator good. Good, 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 good. Doesn't work. So everything good. Mixture best power, mixture's in best power. 100 RPM, 1800 RPM. 1800. Mag left. Drop of 100. Back up 1800. Oh, it's not quite 1800. There we go, 18. Mine's right. Less than 125, less than 50 between. Mags are good. Temp's good, pressure's good, vacuum good, amp good, fuel flow good. All green, so we'll do our idle check. Going a little low.
As long as it's not dying on you.
We're fine.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was like running rough, it's just running really low.
Yeah, well that's probably because it's so hot out. Probably need to lean it out just a tiny bit, but we're going to keep that full anyway because we got to take off. Throttle position's good. Flaps, pre-takeoff, flap 0, make sure best power, auxiliary fuel pumps off. Squawk code, good. Runway 22. They haven't give us a heading bug yet, but I'll go ahead and spin us to the north. Why? We'll follow GPS, but it'll probably tell us. 23. 20 up there. That'll be our heading is set. Go ahead and turn this off. And we'll get our doors and windows closed after I get clearance because it's too hot to close them yet.
All right. I concur with that one.
And why is this not coming out at all? It is blocking my vent. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. I would like my air, pretty please. All my vents are open. Let's close. That should be... I'll figure it out. Alright. Contact the tower, 124.0. 124.0. Background, we got 121.85. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is holding short, runway 22 at Alpha 4, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria Tower, runway 22 at Alpha 4, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, 64 Alpha, clear for takeoff. Alright, ready?
I'm ready.
Clear for takeoff. I'm going to close my window.
How dare you ask me to close that? Don't you know it's hot out?
It is so hot out. Runway 22 is going to be to our right. Runway to return to the right. I'll go ahead and actually keep my heading bug on 22. Go ahead and follow runway heading. Runway clear to the left, runway clear to the right. Nobody on base, nobody on final. Runway is clear, ready for takeoff. And one sock's coming a little bit to our right, so I'm going to hold that right and go for takeoff. Rotate. Oh man, I feel that density altitude. That's crazy.
Yep, your climb performance is going to suck today.
Absolutely feeling it. Alright, flying runway heading. Up a little bit of trim. Maintaining that 75, 73. Looking out the window at all the pretty buildings. Looking back in. Probably being blown a little bit because of the winds, so I'm going to turn it just slightly to the right of 2.
When he sent you over to departure, let him know you're on a heading of, or you're on runway heading. Okay. When you do that, that way he remembers to turn you.
Any minute now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my landing light. All my lights are good. Lean us out just a little bit. Hot.
Correct, Victor Alpha, contact Santa departure.
Contacting St. Louis departure. 64 Alpha. Have a nice day. See ya. Alright. talking. St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is at 2,300 feet, heading 220, runway heading off of Peoria International.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, St. Louis departure, radar contact, climb your request via far altitude or resume on navigation.
Resuming on navigation, climbing to around altitude, 64 Alpha. Alright.
Alright, so now you can make your turn to your heading.
You want to do a left turn or a right turn? Does it matter?
Whichever makes easiest, so...
Yeah, let's do a right turn then.
Yeah, it'll probably get you there quicker. Then fly back over and say, see what you did to me. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, looks like somebody's having fun.
RV41 Yankee, contact Quad City approach 133.27.
Contact Quad City approach 13327, 6541 Yankee.
Trying to maintain that 75. Let's give ourselves a little bit of. Really starting to feel it. There we go. All right. Got our flight plan open.
So, when you learned how to lean the airplane, how did Gavin teach it?
When you hit cruise, lean it out until you see the RPM drop, and then put 2 or 3 turns in after that.
Okay.
This specifically has been saying 3,000 feet.
Julia Romeo, just to maintain 3,000.
So at 3,000, I've been doing it, and then doing it again once I reach our cruise.
Okay. So when you do that, and you bring it out slowly, and when it hits that roughness on there, move your EGT gauge over there. Turn the little dial to match whatever your current temperature is. When it starts getting rough and idle, because that's going to be its hottest point because you've leaned it out so thin. Then do your 3 turns, and if you do that, you should get about 1.5 lines. Each line is on this one it's 25, but that'll put you roughly about 75 degrees rich of peak.
Okay.
And that's usually like the best performance that you can get on this airplane. So, because if you just pull it out till it gets rough and then immediately throw it back in, you're really not getting the best leaning that's on it. So, we'll practice that when we get up to cruise.
Okay. So right. I know that our wind was a little bit less and a little bit more to our left, but so I'm gonna pay attention to which direction we're going. I'm gonna put myself a little bit to the left of the original mark I had, which was 24, so I'm going to keep it at like 20 and just see how that does for us for now. Right now I'm waiting for my top of climb. My top of climb was Mount Holly / Route 29. I'm just now realizing that I probably shouldn't be picking waypoints that are directly under the plane because that's going to be kind of hard to see unless I like do this and slip and try and see what's under me.
Well, actually that's what you want because that's how you're going to tell if you're on course.
Okay.
Because if you say, oh, well, I'm going to pick that town over there as my way of lining up with it, how do you know you're not 3 miles off course that direction as opposed to 3 miles off course this direction? You don't really know. So that's where when you start seeing like this point, obviously it's top of climb, it's not going to be the right one, but like say this Lakin one up here, that's where you start saying, okay, well the wind farm's about this far off, Lakin's about this far off, and you start estimating that as you're coming in and you're adjusting your course as needed.
So that junction, is that junction right there?
So you've got, no, you got Bellevue right below here, so that is this tiny little junction right here.
Okay.
That's the Bellevue one, so.
Yeah, I think I still need to get back onto my course a little bit because we were closer to the river, but we're okay for now. I want to be able to see Mount Holly before I do anything else. But I'm going to wait till I level off before I start looking for it.
Because likely you'll get to your cruising altitude long before you get to your Mount Holly waypoint just because you had to go so far south to actually turn around. When you pass over the airport, you're already at 4,000 feet over the airport. Well, that's when you should be at 660.
Yeah.
So the flight planning is a little shaky on the first one just because you never know which way you're going to get shot out, so.
Yeah, I get it. And the wind's getting nice and cool up here too, so that feels a lot better now. Windy. Alright, so I see their GPS is about to cross us over that line a little bit. So I'm going to bring us back a little bit more to the north. Really getting blown pretty hard from that tailwind. So almost at 5,500. And 5,500. Alright, so I'm looking for Mount Holly. I think it's kind of in this direction, so I see one point of interest, which is where I work. I know where that is. Mount Holly should... Ah, man.
Yeah. There goes your GPS. I think it should give you an idea of about where it's at.
Track down, Julie Romeo, clear visual approach runway 20, contact Bloomington Tower 124.6.
Oh, I see it, okay. There we go.
There you go.
That's our Mount Holly waypoint. Bring us back down to our assigned altitude. Busy looking for that, gotta do my trim.
St. Louis approach, Meridian 675 Romeo Charlie, so just heading to 11,000.
November 675 Romeo Charlie, St. Louis approach, expect the visual approach runway 22.
Roger, we'll anticipate the visual to 22, Romeo Charlie.
I want 2,500 RPM, so make sure I'm at 2,500, not redlining it. That's bad.
Pretty bad, okay.
Since the wind is almost coming entirely from our left, and push us a little bit this way to match the GPS. Alright, our next waypoint is Marshall County and the wind farm, so...
Alright, so did you cross your other waypoint already?
Yeah, I've crossed...
Call approach taken.
Should have crossed this waypoint. Oh, I'm going to be crossing it right here. That'll be...
Yep, so there's Route 6 coming out.
Yeah, that's Route
And
6.
6054 Mike, St. Louis approach altimeter, that's 29908.
But it doesn't hurt to look ahead. So, looking ahead, seeing if you can see your next waypoint, which was, what, Marshall County and...
Marshall County and wind farms.
Yep.
Visibility's kind of shit. Is that just me?
No, it's hanging out probably about, I'd say it's probably 10, but it just looks hazy right now. That's all that wildfire smoke that's coming out from out west blowing over here finally.
So I know that area over there is where the airport is, so we got quite a ways to go there.
Call approach taken.
It's a Mooney 1035 number, just departed Mount Holly, that's 3 Mike Yankee. We're about 5 to the north at 2,600, climbing to 5,000. I'd like to open up my IFR flight plan to destination 06 Charlie at Chopper.
Oh, that's the other Cessna.
Mooney 1035, November squawk 1733.
1733, thanks.
Oh, this one? Maybe. 6541.
You just said you just took off from Mount Holly, I thought.
That's what I thought he said.
That's what I heard.
Oh, there he is right there.
Mooney 1035, November radar contact, altimeter 29906. Say altitude leaving.
6 miles that way.
29906, just coming up on 3,000.
Mooney 35 November, roger. And you're cleared to the 06 Charlie airport via direct Kelsey, direct Plano, direct. I'm in maintain 5,000.
Maybe what I'll do is if I can keep the flight plan I filed, I'll just take visual advisories. How's that sound?
So
Mooney 35 November, you're not able to go to Kelsey.
I can already see the wind farm, so
no, I just had a
on a good heading right now in this direction.
Okay.
Roger, that's the IFR route that Chicago Center wants you on right now. You might be able to work something out for them enroute that. Are you saying you just want to stay VFR then for now?
Yeah, we'll just cancel IFR and
that's not considered
advisories, visual advisories.
That's
Okay, Mooney 3 number, IFR cancellation received, and you can remain on your current squawk code and maintain VFR. And what altitude would you like?
that shows
5,500, 5,500.
I consider the whole strip Chillicothe, but
yep, I think you're right.
I'm going to go ahead and make sure it leaned out properly. Okay, good there. And he said then move EGT to that picture, or is that?
Do what?
So he said lean it out, and when you see it lean, then you move it, or you do 2 turns and then move this?
Yep, so lean it out until you start to feel that RPM drop.
But it's kind of already there, so let me lean it out, lean it out.
4 Romeo Whiskey, descend to maintain 3,000.
Yep, keep coming.
So
there's your drop. So hold it there for a second and watch the EGT come up, and as soon as you match it up with that yellow line, which it looks like it's going to be right about where you're at right now.
Yeah.
All right, now take it your three turns in.
Mooney 35 November, contact Chicago
that
Center
should cool it down
123.75.
and bring it down about a line and a half.
Okay, 2375, 35 November, thanks.
And it might take it a minute to get there, so. All right. Here pretty soon, you're probably going to get handed off to Chicago.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get that in our background.
And this one just kind of depends on which one he sends you to. There's 2 different frequencies you might get.
November 675 Romeo Charlie, descend to maintain 6,000.
Descend to maintain 6,000, 5 over Charlie.
Okay, Chicago Center is 123.75, so 1, 2, 3, oh. 1, 2, 3, up. There we go.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, contact Chicago Center 123.75.
Contacting Chicago 123.75. Have a nice day. See ya.
123.75. Chicago Center. Make sure nobody's talking. I'm really surprised there's nobody talking.
Chicago Center, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is at 5,500 feet, heading directly north to RPJ. November 5364 Alpha, Chicago Center, maintain VFR, altitude elevator values 2997. 2997, thank you. Big Bravo.
2997 already there. I think I shouldn't have said RPJ, I should have just said altitude and heading. So.
Yeah, usually you could just tell them altitude. You could just say, Chicago Center, Skyhawk 536 for Alpha, 5,500.
That's all you have to say? Oh,
yep, and then all he's doing is he's just checking that whatever altitude you say you're at is what he shows on his side, and if not, then he'll give you the correct altimeter setting, and then usually you match at that point. So
yeah, that's my bad.
no, you're fine, because that just helps them out. Because if he's got a lot of people talking to him and you ramble on, then yeah, he might say you can shorten it down a little bit, but if he's not talking to anybody, that ain't gonna hurt nobody. So
I think pretty well trimmed out at the moment.
Runway 3485, Chicago Center, chain at 1912,000, so her altitude is 3000.
After that, but okay, maybe it wasn't as trimmed out as I thought it was. Ground speed's 109. What did I have in here? 120.
Southwest 11.
We're going way slower than I thought.
Via the India arrival, runway 22 left.
Okay, so what RPM setting?
3001.
2,500. So it was 100. Supposed to be 114. It was like cruise, and then ground speed was supposed to be with the tailwind added onto that. But I don't even think we've hit.
Okay, so how do you check your true airspeed when you're up here? Okay,
right, and then we want to.
Yep. So what's your current temperature up here?
Plus 15.
American 2289, Chicago Center, welcome.
Really rough today.
And a light ride on the flight level 210.
Plus 15, so we're showing.
3000.
Oh yeah, 120. A little bit faster than 120. It's showing 125.
So that's true airspeed. So are you putting it? So the plus is on this side, the negative's on this side for 30.
Oh, so I put it the wrong way.
Yeah. So you're roughly 6,000 is what you could just plan on. So take your 6 that's up here, put that about middle of the 30 and the 0 on that side, so something like that. So what's your true?
Celsius. I was doing Fahrenheit. That's why. Okay.
Yep. So what's your true airspeed you're supposed to be at? 114.
Cruise speed 114. Yeah.
Look at that, 115. That's pretty close.
So it just means that our wind is a lot less than I thought.
Yep. So you're flying through the air as predicted. Just the winds are not going to let you do that.
So here's our wind farm. I'm going to get us back onto this GPS. I'm trying to follow GPS too a little bit, even though I'm probably not supposed to be, but it's there. Might as well use it. Use it for...
Use all available resources.
We got our wind farm, and we should be able to see the airport, but I always have trouble spotting this one. Oh, no, I see it. Okay. Much easier to spot airports now.
Yeah, you're getting better at it.
So that would be Laken, and that would be the wind farm. So our next waypoint is STEIL to the left and Hennepin to the right. So we should... Yeah, it's going to be a ways up there, but we're going to look for that airport as we get closer. I'm going to go ahead and actually set... oh, what did I do? I did something wrong. So...
Yep, so select starts it. Yeah, so keep hitting that until you get to... It should be...
That's... ET?
Yeah, lapse time. So there you go. Clear it and start it over again.
Oh, this is ET. What's ET?
And lapse time. So that's your timer.
What's LT?
LT is local time. And then UT is universal time.
Oh, that's so... oh, man, I love that.
It's way up. Yeah. So, yeah, it allows you to quickly figure out your timing. And then now this one, I don't know why, but it seems like it's always off.
I'm going to go ahead again, switch this back over. I just need to change this heading back a little bit. The left is north. We'll see how that gives us.
Yep, so you can come back to your course. So the GPS is figured out with winds. Your desired track is 23.
Oh.
So they're saying if you fly as 023, you're going to stay on that magenta line the entire time. It's their guess based off of the wind and what it's sensing.
It doesn't seem right at all. Actually, well, because this is a little off. So now this is matching level flight compass heading. That makes more sense. So this was not the same. That moved over a little bit, and that's why I've been following.
3123 Chicago Center, descend via the ND8 arrival with the runway 22 left transition, midway altimeter 3001.
All right, so got your next waypoint. So always think 1 or 2 waypoints ahead of you too. So that way you don't creep up on top of descent. And you're like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be descending now. And then you're behind the airplane. Yeah. So always think. Obviously, you got a little ways to get before you get there, but.
I got Hennepin. Can you turn the other side as well? Because I think there was a. Yeah. So kind of a little past Hennepin. We should be seeing that.
Chicago approach 133.62.
Our diversion. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. This whole area.
Negative 2250, contact approach 133.62.
You can close it back up now. You don't got to hold the whole thing open. Sorry.
Nope, I'm holding it out.
488,000.
Whatever you want to do, I guess.
Runway 488 Chicago Center, altimeter KKC 3002.
All right, so kind of thinking ahead. So what's going to be our next move? Who do we think we're going to talk to next?
Rockford approach, more than likely. So 126.0.
I think so. I think that's what you put in there.
Rockford approach 126.0. So I'll go.
Yeah, we can tune that in.
160.
Then what do you need after that?
Runway 3485, Chicago approach 133.62.
122.975. Actually, 126.1.
2016 design, just maintain 30 now, please.
122.975. 122. That's not heading us a tiny bit. 122.975. I'm going to put our AWACS on there as well because we're going to need that, which is 125.2.
There you go. So now you've got all your frequencies lined up all the way until you land. Staying on top of it, so.
I like to be prepared.
Yep. If you're ever just sitting in the cockpit and you're just like, I'm just cruising along doing this, you're forgetting something. There's something you could be doing.
Always something you could be doing.
The only time you can say that is when you're up at 35,000 feet and you're in an airline and, you know, he's got nothing coming ahead for another 120 miles or something like that. You know, it's like, all right, now we can sit here, we can chit-chat all we want. But in a Cessna on a short run like this, there's always something to do. And if there isn't something to do, you can find something to do.
Absolutely. Like right now, I'm looking for my Hennepin and private airport.
Frontier 545 Chicago, Center, descend via chain to arrival and Harold from 3000.
Does this show like trees or does it just show?
No, not really. Okay, so your spot's right here in the middle, or you're doing
I'm doing
here,
that
right?
one, yeah.
Okay, so you got kind of a T in the interstate right by it, so...
Yeah, I see the T.
Okay, so that's probably, you're pretty much right at that. So right at the T, you're going the right way.
Going the right way, but I wish I could see that airport, or that private field. I think I see it, what it is. It's like right in front of us, but I can't actually see an actual runway, so...
So here's what I usually do. So go in here, find steel, turn off the aeronautical chart. Actually, you can leave the aeronautical chart on, turn off the sectional. Now zoom in on it.
Ah.
Which, crappy, somebody hasn't taken pictures here in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore, to be honest.
So it looks like there's like a bend in the road. Oh, here it is. There we go.
That's better.
So it looks like this. It's a paved runway, it looks like. It's a north-south runway along a road that bends to the left.
Oh, it's right there.
Yep, there it is.
I was looking too close to the junction. Cool.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
So that's usually what I do, is if I'm trying to hunt for these, you know, give me something to do while I'm flying, I'm looking for these fields, I just turn off your sectional chart, look at the Google Earth version of it.
Radar contact about 3 south of the field, alternate Illinois Valley, 299.7, converging VFR traffic. 9 to 10 across, 4 miles southwest on 2,300, that is unverified type on us.
Alright, got him on the box side,
Oh. He's in Chicago.
Yep.
So our next one is Princeton and... Look, Ma, no hands!
Oh no, we're gonna crash!
Princeton and Peru and this whole end of the... Yeah, I mean this whole swampy turn of the... Yeah, okay. So, what city is that? Because that would be one of... No, it'd be on the other side again. That's probably Hennepin. If I had to make a guess.
That's what I'd guess.
And that must be Peru up there.
So where's Princeton?
So, where's Princeton on here again? Princeton.
The big city.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's that one.
Yep, that's Princeton. Yep, so then, yeah, you got a bunch of little ones on this side. And it looks like your path crosses over a double railroad at some point. Just after the intersection here.
Yeah.
So you can look for a railroad.
Oh, I think I see it actually. You said it's always followed by like a line of trees, and I see a line right there. Unless it's under us. Alright, a little bit more.
Yeah, almost always along a line of trees.
Oh no, that just looks like power lines. Who knows? Alright, so that T-junction, I already know where that T-junction, what we're looking for there.
Yep, so that's your junction right here.
Yep.
American 2289, maintain 250
right towards it.
Contact Chicago approach 1333, 2062.
Turn a little bit more this way. Back onto my 22.
Skywest 4885, cross chain at 12,000 and 250 knots.
I don't know if yours does it or not, but once you get your glide ratio in here, this green ring that is around the airplane, that says that's your glide distance. So if your engine went out, based off of your current airspeed and altitude, this is how far it thinks you're going to glide.
Oh man, I really hope it's been tracking this whole time, so I didn't have it open. I hope it's been doing it in the background and recording it. Okay, it says recording 48 minutes. Does that do it automatically for you? Because it does it automatically for me.
Yeah, usually it's once you get up to a certain airspeed and then it recognizes an altitude difference.
Yeah, I don't see that ring though, so is that something you add to your chart?
Yeah, it's probably a setting somewhere.
Or should I have radar?
I'll see if I can find it here for you. Oh, up here at the top, hit your icon up there, and then glide advisor.
Nice.
There. So if you get it, so right now you probably would not be able to make Peru, but you can make any of those smaller fields.
I don't wanna.
United 1589, maintain 250 knots.
Yep, so you see desired track 23, actual track 23, so that's the heading that you need to fly.
Have I got here too as well?
Yep.
November is beginning a descent to 2,500 for entry into Bravo.
Number 35, November, thanks.
Oh, that was here, so now we're looking for
United
a sublet.
1589, contact Chicago approach 133.62.
Way up ahead. Don't. Oh, I can see windmills, yep. So we're going to fly just all through that.
Yep, so you should have a big farm to the right and then a mini farm to the left. You're going to cut across the mini farm.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I see all of those windmills, but I can't. I think I see the little group kind of right there. I'm still looking for the one on the right. I can't see any of the ones on the right yet. But anyway, T-junction. We've hit that waypoint. We're going to hit that waypoint. Where did I mark it on here? That's it. Right on the highway. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to try and mark my time.
So your next one, kind of something as you're kind of passing by. So you got a tiny little town right here, and the railroad pierces through the town. So you see a small little town? Maybe that one right there, maybe?
Yeah, I see that railroad.
And you see the railroad going through it. So that's one of your spots.
Center, jump 30, about 1 minute. Jump 30, roger. Center 31401, contact Champaign approach 121.35.
121.35,
1035 November, contact Chicago approach 119.35.
11935, 35 November.
Okay, I'm starting to see those big windmills out there. And I think I see the tinier windmills. Oh.
Chicago Center, jet 492, 10,000.
Oh yeah, I see the big farm out there.
Alright, multiple ones. First, jet 492, Chicago Center, walking Kinky, altimeter 3002. Or 419er Delta Foxtrot, Chicago Center, welcome to send me the ND8 arrival, flight 22 left transition, midway altimeter 3001. And I believe Southwest 727, Chicago Center, welcome to send via the Shane 2 arrival, O'Hare altimeter 3000.
Alright.
731 Julie Bravo, Chicago Center, welcome.
So this is a long one, 7 minutes 30 seconds, so we're going to be flying straight for a while. But look at all them ants. That'd be a nice highway to land on. Nice and open. And start.
Alright.
So I see a town straight ahead. Is that?
Roger, flight 45, contact Chicago approach, oh correction, maintain 250 knots, contact Chicago approach 133.62.
Usually I assume if it's got a water tower, it's on the map.
It's always a good sign.
but I don't see it on here. So it could be this one, could be not Mendota.
Well, yeah, so I mean it's right down the road from Mendota.
That's Mendota.
Alright, so if that's Mendota, then this is that. There's another little town right here, tiny town, so there's Mendota. There's the railroad coming down, that's probably that town.
Oh, you're right, it would be, I think that's Takoff, right, or Takoff?
Takoff, you're probably not going to see it for a while. You probably won't even see it.
I know, because Takoff is way past the windmills. What's that?
Yep.
Is that Woodlake? Or no, that would be Irville?
That town out there?
Yeah, that big green one
that would be Mendota. So,
that is Mendota. Okay.
Yeah, so Mendota, if you see that.
Oh, so I'm looking at this little town right here, Triad.
Yeah, that's that little tiny one that's right here.
Okay.
Because that's got that double railroad coming out of it.
Center, jump 30, 2 minutes. Jump 30, roger.
Too busy looking at the map.
See? Alright, so about 28
Exit 492
miles.
to Sun Pasos, crash and maintain 6,000.
PD down to 6,000, ZJ 492.
So how far did you say it takes us to
Julie
descend?
Bravo, just want to maintain 1,000.
How long is what?
How long did we say it was going to take us to descend?
Checking in on a 3.
9 miles.
Jump 10, radar contact, 3 miles off Local Field,
4,000.
2997.
4,000 feet to descend. 3 miles per 1,000 feet. Oh, sorry, 12,000. Or not 12,000, 12 nautical miles.
Yep, so take us 12 nautical miles to descend, and we're about
Volaris 7772, Chicago Center, welcome. Send via the ND8 arrival. Fly the 22 left transition, midway altimeter 3001.
That's another way you could tell your last waypoint, because you said it was 16 miles. So when that says 16, technically you should be over your waypoint.
That makes sense.
Another way to see it.
727 at chain, maintain 250 knots.
Now, if you want it,
4885, contact Chicago approach 133.62.
probably going to hand you off to Rochelle, or over to Rockford here soon.
Yeah, I think so. Why I'm listening for it. Alright, so we're looking for... So that's Mendota. That line going across that town right in front of us should be the sublet we're pointing for. I looked at the sublet.
Yeah, that probably makes sense, because you've got a little bit of windmills right along the edge of it.
And there's a one windmill kind of all by itself, which is this.
The wannabe windmill.
The one by...
5449, Chicago Center, welcome.
It's like, please build down here.
And all his neighbors are like, no, wind farms are terrible.
When we go over to Pontiac and all that, there's one that's over by Pontiac that it literally says there's a wind farm here. And you look around, you don't see windmills. All you see is the posts sticking up for where the windmills should be. And it's like, oh, it's so nice watching them grow up. And then you got windmills out here. They only have one blade on them, or 2 blades on them.
Really?
You see that one that only looks like it has 2 blades on it? It's got the one that's straight down, the one straight to the right.
Yep, I see what you mean. Does that actually only have 2 blades?
Alpha, contact Rockford approach 121.0.
121.0, 6 for Alpha, see you.
See you.
121.0?
Yep.
Rockford approach, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is 5,700 feet.
So 5364 Alpha, Rockford approach, good afternoon, Rockford altimeter 2998, advising you of Rochelle weather.
So I'll tell her 2998, you'll grab the weather.
6. I'll grab that weather, 6 for Alpha.
Calm, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 29 Celsius, dew point 18, altimeter 2998, remark. Density altitude 2,500.
Do not directly overfly Rochelle Airport due to skydiving in progress. Flight Deck Restaurant is open 7 days a week. Monday 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Thanks. What about the weather?
Rochelle Municipal Airport, Koritz Field, automated weather observation. 1-9-47 Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10,
Wind's
clear,
calm.
below 12,000, temperature 29 Celsius,
Very
dew
nice.
point 18.
Rockford approach, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, we have that weather.
Traffic for Alpha, Roger.
All right.
Wind's calm. That's nice to hear.
Yep, so what do we remember reading about winds calm?
Always use runway 25.
Runway 25, so we already have our decision made for us.
So I'm going to go and put that in here too.
So here's what I would recommend. So they're going to announce jumping on 1210.
And the 191 Bravo Foxtrot, Rockford
Listen to them also.
Rockford altimeter 29908.
Because then you'll hear them taxiing out too.
I'm afraid they're going to be talking over them though at the moment.
Yeah, and if they do a lot of talking on that one, you could shut that one off. That way you're still staying with approach. But all right, so where are we at?
So we should be hitting that sublet right now, which is this little town.
Yep.
And we got our windmills all here, so we know exactly where we are. So once we hit sublet, I'm just going to start to descend. Kind of slowly, but surely.
Yep, so...
Do I need to tell approach center descending?
Nope. You can just start descending down, and then she'll see it because on her screen, she's going to see you at a cruise, and she's going to show that you're descending on her end. So it'll trigger her that, hey, he's starting a descent down, and then she'll start asking if you see the airport.
Citation 75. 218 descending 13.
So how can we identify the airport from a distance? What's the best way to do that?
Rochelle itself. That's a VFR checkpoint. Is that what it's called?
So it should be very easy to spot. What else do we have on the map here that is a dead giveaway as to where it could be?
Chicago, no. I mean, railroad. You've got maybe parachuters are coming down. Got windmills, obstacles all around it.
Yep, and there's one big one that goes right by it.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
The
highway.
You got a highway that is literally butted up against the airport. So you can keep an eye out for a highway, and as soon as you see the highway, you can kind of follow down the highway and see if you can find the airport.
Okay. I am so glad I got LASIK.
Oh yeah, you'll see it before I will, I'm sure.
Alright, so that is that. 16,000, I'm going to bring us over to 2,000 RPM, not 1,500, and just let us descend. Kind of slowly, but surely.
Yep, so usually about a 300 RPM drop gets you about a 500 foot per minute.
125.7, good day.
Now it might be a little bit different than 180 horse.
Cessna 64 Alpha, there is parachute jump activity over the Rochelle Airport. The jet plane is currently on the way up.
Roger that, 64 Alpha.
Citation 75 Mike, after Yetsu, cross Doro at 9,000.
Usually she doesn't tell you that.
After Yetsu, cross Doro at 9,000.
So if they're coming in with parachutes, do we have to stay on like a holding pattern outside of the airport?
Not really, but what I'm going to recommend is we're going to see where they're at. Actually, let me look on the iPad and see what altitude he's at.
I think she just said they're just now going up.
Yep, so 901 Sierra Tango is one of them. And I see it's basically 3,800 feet above us right now. So that's about, what, 3,800 is going to be 9,000?
Yeah.
And he's still climbing.
Oh, wait, where do you see him? 'Cause I don't see him.
So 901 Sierra Tango, that one right there, that's one of the jump planes.
Okay.
So, and you can see he's still climbing right now. So he's on his way up. So if he's at 9,000, they do jumps from 10.5 and 14. So depending on which one he is today. So we'll keep an eye on it. If he jumps, which you'll hear, he'll come on the radio and he'll say, jumping in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Or something like that, or shoots away. And then she will come out and put an announcement out that, hey, stay away from Rochelle. Jumpers in the area. It'll take them a little bit to get down. But usually, he's still going to come down and land.
Okay.
So you figure if he can come down and land in a big plane coming into Rochelle, we certainly can do it. We just stay on the runway. Try not to veer off the runway at all. Keep an eye out for them. Maybe extend your pattern out a little further away from the airport. Give them time to, circle around and do what they're doing.
Parachutes.
Always in my way. Or act like it's Mario. Catch as many as you can. It's up to you.
Goomba stomp the parachute is going to Goomba stomp us. So what's worse, a parachuter or a bird?
I don't know, I'm thinking a parachuter might be worse. Might have a little bit more legal implications after that one.
So I see kind of a big white, I don't even know what that's called, just a line. Is that the airport?
It is not. It always throws everybody off because everybody thinks it is. So it's actually, there's like a plant on the other side of the highway.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So.
Okay. But that is near where the highway would be, at least.
Yeah, it's over in that general area. Let's see here.
I mean, if it's in that general area, I see a field in front of that and some buildings, and I'm assuming where those buildings are, that's like the hangars. Are there hangars at Rochelle?
There are. They're kind of hangars that kind of go lengthwise this way, north-south.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm looking at.
Stanza 1 Bravo Foxtrot, cross 5 miles northwest of
Make sure I'm still descending because I keep leveling off.
Yep, so keep coming down.
Cessna 64 Alpha, the jump plane is still currently on the way up. I'm going to go ahead and shift you to advisory so you can keep contact with them. No other traffic is there between you and Rochelle. Radar service terminates, clock VFR, frequency change approved. Enjoy your day.
Frequency change approved, squawking VFR. Have a nice day. 64 Alpha, see you.
Alright, so now you're solely on them. So what I would do is switch over to Unicom, have that there, but if you want, you can listen to 121 because he'll announce his jump ahead of time.
I'll turn it down quite a bit, but I'll at least be able to hear it when he says it. I'm going to turn this one up so I can be on here. Should I announce?
So how far are we now? About 10 miles?
About 10 miles, yeah.
Yeah, I would announce that you're about 10 miles south and that you're planning to come in for 2-5.
So this would be Rochelle traffic?
2 minutes jumpers over Rochelle. Use caution.
Should I go and announce?
Yep, you can go and announce so that way he knows where you're at.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha is about 10 miles south of Rochelle, requesting runway 25.
It's an on-tower, so you...
Sorry, I didn't mean to say request, but
yep.
Planning on 25.
Alright.
I didn't say Rochelle traffic either, so...
Yep, so... But
maybe I should redo that one.
So here heard Rochelle, so we'll wait till the 5 mile mark, and then we'll announce for 5 miles out. And then it's just keeping in contact with him and letting him know where you're at, because he's going to dive over the field and come down, and he's going to go straight into a base to final.
Yeah.
And he usually lands in the grass off the side of the runway.
Oh, he doesn't even land on the runway.
Nope, so we'll keep an eye out for him. As soon as he drops them and starts diving down, just keep in contact with him and let him know where you're at each step of the way, and then you guys will just work out your pattern.
Okay.
However it works.
I have airport sight. Current, Rockford altimeter 2998.
So I'm trying to look over and see if I see a jump plane anywhere up.
I don't think you'll be able to see it 4,000 feet away.
Activity within 5 DME, Rochelle Airport, 14.5 and below.
He would be able to clouds,
right
wouldn't
there. 14.5 and below. They're jumping right now. So you're not going to see 14.5, but here soon you're going to see parachutes coming out.
I hope so. That'd be really sad if you didn't.
Alright. I'm going to look for the jump plane. You can keep doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm going to bring us down faster.
Alright, where's this jump plane at? Okay, so he's basically on a downwind right now for the runway. So do you see the runway now?
Yeah, I see the runway.
Okay.
Rochelle traffic, Skyhawk 64 Alpha is 5 miles south of Rochelle, entering onto the left traffic runway 25. Rochelle traffic. I kind of screwed that up.
Hey, you're fine. Looking for this jump plane. It'll look like a plane falling from the sky.
Yeah, I'm watching for it too. Is he on? I think on ADSB.
No, you're not going to see him until he gets within 4,000 feet of you.
Okay.
We have it set up so that way you don't see everybody.
He should be above those clouds though, so... Right? Because the clouds were...
So he's dropping right now. He's passing the field. Alright. Where are the jumpers? Probably not going to see the jumpers until they actually pull their shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. I would expect to see the plane by now, but...
5, taking my contact Milwaukee approach, 126.5. 126.5.
Alright, if you want, you can shut off approach.
Yeah.
We'll just stay strictly on this, and I'm going to look and see what we got going here. Alright, jump plane, where are you? You are not on EDSC anymore.
I don't see him anywhere.
How dare you? Alright, so set yourself up, and what I would do is just keep a wide berth from the airport.
Okay.
That way, until we start spotting jumpers.
So like turn now onto the downwind basically?
I would. I'd stay far, far away from it for right now.
Rochelle, traffic, Skyhawk 64 Alpha is entering onto the left downwind for runway 25. Rochelle traffic.
Alright, where is... Jump. I don't see jump.
You say you don't see jump.
Rochelle traffic, use caution, jumpers away, 14,000 and below.
Alright, so he's dumping right now. So if we're quick enough, we might be able to get on the ground well before they get around.
Do I need to worry about the jumpers while I land?
So when they land, they're going to be to the left side of the runway.
So they shouldn't be landing on the runway, right?
No. They're going to land in that grass strip just to the left of the runway when you're coming in on final.
Okay.
So as long as you kind of just keep your path going straight down the runway, you're not going to have any problems. So everything else, treat it just like you're going into like Pekin, Mount Holly, Peoria.
Oh, so they said winds calm. The winds are not calm.
Tires. I can't see myself plummeting down to earth. Nothing but a parachute.
Yeah, no thanks. Won't fly helicopter, won't do parachutes. Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is entering onto left base for runway 25. Rochelle traffic. I'm going to give myself a nice big turn to try and keep an eye out for things.
Yep. Let's see, where is he? 8,800 above you and descending, but he's basically over the other end of the runway. So you'll see him when you turn final.
Watching out for my speeds. Second notch of flaps. The parachuter.
Yep, I see a couple of them.
Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is entering onto final for runway 25. Rochelle traffic.
Alright, so
Jumpers over Rochelle right now, use caution.
you can tell them jumpers in sight.
Jumpers in sight, 64 Alpha.
Alright, so just kind of square it off as much as you can so you don't come anywhere near that open spot.
Yep. Trying to also slip a little bit, get us down further. Okay. I see parachuters in sight. Gets back on the center line. Some of that speed back. Oh man, that's scary.
If you need to, you can always extend down a little bit further if you want to plan a little further out.
Yeah.
They've only got 2 taxiways here, so...
Ooh. Go around.
Oh, okay. So just make sure you go straight out.
Yep. Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha going around. That's the first time I've ever bounced like that. That sucked.
Well, you did the right thing. As soon as you start bouncing, get out of there.
Yep. Not gonna try and land that. Alright, pattern altitude is 1,800 feet, which means our turn is going to be at 1,500 feet. Yeah.
Skydive 1, final 25 for Rochelle.
He's already on final, goddamn.
Yep. Oh, he's got a nice climber on that one. I think he's running the 208 today. I think that's the one he's got.
Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is turning on to crosswind, left crosswind runway 25, 64 Alpha. I should have said Rochelle traffic. I'm getting all this mixed up. I'm flustered now.
That's right. Well, most of them should be on the ground before you get on there, so.
They're probably all sitting there laughing.
That's right. You're a student pilot.
I gotta be better than this. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what happened. I felt a gust of wind, and I think I overcorrected it.
Yeah, so what you did is when that gust of wind hit, you put the nose down to correct for it, and as soon as you put the nose down, the wind gave away. So then you went to go pull up, and as soon as you did, main wheels touched, and you went to go put the nose down, and when you went to go put the nose down, it actually picked the back of the airplane up and kind of put it down, and so you were kind of fighting the wind a little bit. So we got the one jumper there.
Okay, one airbus. Go ahead. 16-way VFR. Okay. Have fun.
Okay, weird. Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is on left downwind for runway 25. Rochelle traffic. Now, gotta watch out for him because he is over the runway at the moment. But I think he'll be landed by the time we come back around. Get a little bit more this way. Yeah, that gust of wind really threw me off. Yeah, he'll be down before I get there. Yeah, you could not pay me enough to jump out of an airplane with a parachute. I don't care who packed it. I don't care how many certifications it has. No thanks. First notch flaps. Oh, first notch flaps, sorry. Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is turning on to left base for runway 25, Rochelle traffic. All right. This does not feel like wind's calm. Makes me wonder if the AWAS is out of date.
Well, let's do it, but I don't want to cut off your comm, so. At this point, it doesn't really matter, though.
Launch flaps. Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is turning on to final for runway 25, Rochelle traffic. Alright, I've got that power pulled out. Watching my speed. Coming down. Still very high. Imagine the Vassie lights.
White. All across the board.
All across.
That's right, you got 4,000 feet of runway here, so we can keep bringing it down.
Yeah, I'm going to try and aim for those 1,000 footers.
Okay. Last one was just kidding, guys. Alright, so the jump plane's pulling back out again, so we'll try to go to that second taxiway down there. Alright, take two.
Take two.
A little bit more nose up. No. Ooh. Hold it here. There you go. Alright, so not this one, but the next taxiway, that's going to be our exit. So if you want to slow her down a little bit here.
Oh, I feel what they mean about the brakes. Left one is softer than the right one. So does that usually mean that... I don't know, I'll stop talking. Hold on.
Get yourself out the runway.
25 for Rochelle.
Alright, so go ahead and get across the line, then announce your clear of 25.
Rochelle traffic, 64 Alpha is clear of runway 25. Rochelle traffic. Ooh, I think I flat spotted the tire. Unfortunate. Not like a lot, but I can just see a very clear. Oops.
We'll take a look at it when we get out.
Alright. Checklist. I did turn on my landing light, so let's turn that off. Turn on my taxi light. I've already got my mixture in. So we're good there. Oh. Flaps up. Probes off. Landing light off. Taxi is on. Pitot heat off. Mixture is required. Trim. Just a little bit of, actually a lot more. And trim stem back up and take off. Okay. That's good.
I have one departing 25 for Rochelle.
Ready?
Yep.
So where do we park here? I'm assuming.
Oh no, we didn't look at that. All right. Well, it's very obvious where you park when you go down here. So there's only one taxiway in, one taxiway out. So. As soon as you make this corner up here, you'll see the whole ramp space just to your left over there, and you just pick any T.
Okay.
If you want, you can park next to another Cessna if you like them.
So I bounced again. So
Just a little bit, and that's because the nose was too far down. So basically, when you leveled out and it started to come down to the runway, the nose touched first, which is why it kind of pogoed up a little bit.
But I caught it this time. You felt me like pull
so just
back.
holding that and just letting it work the rest of that energy out. It was just a little too fast when he came in, which is why the nose wanted to stay where it was at. Which that's just because you were trying to dive for the runway to lose your altitude.
So I'm always too high, which it's okay. Everyone says it's okay to be too high, but like I was high.
I'd rather you be high than low and start smacking into obstacles.
Yeah.
So, but at the same point, sometimes too high can be a pain if you come into a small field. So.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go get us some burgers.
All right. Well, we'll just park next to the other Cessna then.
Burgers and martinis, right?
There you go. Hey, they got them.
Which, again, I can't fly somewhere to have a drink, so I don't know.
I know. Isn't that a pain?
No. It's called safety.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, sucks that you can't fly there and have a good drink and come back. Obviously, you're not going to. But
how do they turn into these tees? Do they like sit in the grass and then?
Yeah, you can actually turn a Cessna pretty easy and put it on one of those tees. Yeah, so just pick yourself a tee and.
Ooh, hang gliders.
Oh yeah.
How does hang gliding work here? We don't have any cliffs.
They might be powered parachutes.
Oh no, yeah, I see little tricycles under them.
I've never seen them out, but I always see them in the hangar. Alright.
Alright, ELT silent, avionics off. Let's go get some burgers, let's go!
American 2622, Chicago Center, welcome to Sim via the Shane 2 arrival, when able maintain 280 knots, the altimeter at O'Hare's 2998.
Back down, get ourselves back on our GPS, we found our sublet. Next waypoint is on the next page, and that's going to be Peru 1, right? Oh no, that's the T-junction highway. Okay.
Yep.
It is so much harder to pick out waypoints when you're going into the sun.
Yeah, it gets annoying fast, don't it?
Incredibly. There's the big old road. That is Mendota. Mendota? How do you say that? Mendota, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, we've got our mixtured, we've got our flight plan, we've got our waypoints, we're going in the right direction. We're on chatter with ATC. Next up is going to be probably our approach 125.8, so I'm going to go ahead and move that 125.8, enter, that'll get us there. We're going to need Peoria 126.1 ATIS. So ATIS in the background, ATIS is ready. Our ground after that's going to be 121.85, 121.85. And when we get closer, we'll move this 124.55 to tower, which is 124.0. So that'll get us onto our tower. We're crossing our GPS line, so let's get back onto a route. Oh, this sign. The sun is a deadly laser. HSI and compass.
Alright, so according to the GPS, a track of 203 is desired. You're currently on a 200. So if you occasionally look at that.
Well, I'm on a 210 at the moment. So if I wanted to move it to about
So
there.
what's the difference between track and heading?
Oh, track is true heading. Or no, this is true heading. That would be our corrected heading.
So,
Course heading?
So magnetic heading, and then you're setting that to magnetic heading to match. But track is actually how you're going across the ground.
Okay.
So you might fly a 210 heading, but right now you're tracking 197 across the ground because of the wind.
American 616 Chicago.
This is also, that's what ATC sees as your heading too, because they don't know which direction you're pointing. All they see is a little dot moving across the screen, and that's how they see you.
So I was pretty real correct when I said 212. I should be pointing this towards 212.
Yep.
And 212 is getting me on right on my track.
November 276 Charlie Delta.
That's working out.
Chicago Center 132.5. 132.5.
Oh, I haven't been timing either. So our next waypoint is. Feel that for me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
This one?
T-junction.
T-junction, so.
Good luck. Shouldn't have picked a waypoint that was going to be on my right side. I probably should stick with things that are going to be on my left. So we're currently flying over La Mowili. The T-junction's not for quite a while.
1853, contact Chicago, approach 133.62.
Yep, so you're somewhere over in this area right now, because we're kind of parallel with 7th Heaven right now.
Yeah. Get me back on my track. That is a nasty pond.
It must feed off the Illinois River.
United 2113 Chicago Center, welcome to send via the full train to arrival. When able, maintain 300 knots to our altitude 2997.
Okay, that's better. I moved my, my screen.
I love these airport names.
United 2113 to send via the full train to arrival, altimeter 2997.
Young love.
Oh, there's a cemetery. Wow. I can see that from up here.
Jump 30 radar contact 3.5 southwest of the field valley, altimeter is 2994. American 660, maintain 300 knots, cross chain at maintain 2000, O'Hare altimeter 299.7.
Ground speed's a little bit higher than what I expected to, so we're going to get things a little bit faster.
American 2622, increase speed to 300.
Just because the wind has died down quite a bit. We're at 2,500 RPM still. RPM looks good, temps look good, everything looks good. Next waypoint is still at T-junction.
Yeah, so when we get to your next waypoint, we'll start timing the rest of the waypoints coming back.
Sorry, I know I keep asking you to flip it.
Oh, you're fine.
This happens to be right on that seam.
So there's a little town, it looks like, on a railroad.
I think that's going to be... Oh, this is a road. This isn't even the railroad. We're heading straight towards the wrong thing. Get me back on my track. So easy to just get a little off track. You gotta always be paying attention.
Yep. Teaches you to pay attention outside instead of always looking down, because inevitably you look down, you take the plane with you.
Yep. So I see the railroad, I think. Yep, that's the railroad. I can see trains on the train track, which means that's probably a little town we're aiming for. And that...
SkyWest 4169, connect Chicago, approach 119.35.
See that little curvy road? I think that's the junction.
Envoy 3939, excuse me, contact Chicago, approach 133.62. You're at 3431 Chicago Center after Pontiac. You're cleared to Shane. Also maintain 300 knots or greater.
Alright, so that town behind me is Tried. This is the railroad. We're passing the railroad, which means directly in front of us. So I was right, that is the T-junction. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to be flying directly over the T-junction here shortly.
Okay.
So once we pass the highway T-junction, we should see Princeton on our right, which, oh man, that's rough. Sun just turns everything into a haze.
Darn wildfires.
Tries I don't smell it with this being this bad, but
it'll be kind of amazing when it gets closer to winter time, because you could see for 20, 30 miles up here.
So that's not Princeton, that would be Malden.
Princeton's going to be a pretty big sized town.
Yeah, that's Malden, and I'm guessing Princeton is just covered by the haze, unless that's Princeton with all the big buildings. Kind of hard to see it though.
Yeah, it is. So that's Princeton. Got your T-junction right below us.
And I can see the river now, so that's kind of just the next big waypoint is the river.
Yep, and then basically right now, so that road right in front of us that kind of zigzags, that's going to be this road that zigzags right here.
Yep. That's interesting. I'm guessing that's an irrigation.
American 366 Chicago Center, welcome to send you the full shape to arrival in the transition, maintain 280 knots. The O'Hare altimeter is 299.7.
Back up for altitude.
So let's say weather moved in right now and your visibility dropped well below 3. Where would you go?
Well below 3?
Or what would you do?
Immediately try to divert to KVYS. If it's covered by a bunch of stuff, well, it depends which way it's moving. I would try and get away from the weather.
Okay.
Because you don't want to fly into IFR conditions, you want to try and fly away from them.
Alright.
So if it was coming from the east, I would start heading west to KEZI, or if I keep going south to Mount Holly, and if it's coming from the west, I'd probably just divert to KVYS, or maybe even turn back if it's hitting us now. That means maybe if we turn around, it'll, like if the storm's right in front of us, turn back the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, if all fails, instead of getting yourself into IMC conditions by accident, the best plan of action is to always turn around and look for something behind you that you can go back to.
Yep.
Now, of course, that doesn't constitute an emergency, so you don't get to just pick a random private field and drop it down in there.
No, I'm looking at untowered fields that are open.
Yeah, that's always the best option is a towered field because they're going to have live weather right there and somebody actually looking out the window telling you what it looks like.
3431 cross chain at maintain 12000, our altimeter is 29907.
But that's not to say you couldn't go back to Rochelle and get more waffle fries.
Yeah, I wish I'd gotten those sweet potato ones. They were good. I wish I'd recorded that whole takeoff run too, because that was stressful. That would have been a nice thing to look back on and say like, hey, I kind of fucked that up a little bit, or hey, you missed this.
Yeah, and typically when you do a taxi back like that, you want to use either the whole length or from an intersection.
Okay.
And do that.
Yeah, I did
so
not
normally
use
you would
the
just,
whole thing.
yeah, and I know we're kind of pushing for time because of the jumpers that were coming overhead, so no issue there, but usually you want to kind of go all the way to the end, spin around, because if people come looking for you on a taxi back, they're going to look at the end of the runway and look to see if somebody's sitting there.
Yeah.
But you did the right thing and you off-centered yourself on the runway, so that way you kind of stick out. Most people go right down the center line and then they blend in with the striping.
Nope, yeah, you want to be a little off-center, and because it also gives you room to turn around and everything else.
Yep.
November 1380 Uniform Chicago Center, maintain VFR, altimeter at Illinois Valley is 29904. American 616, contact Chicago approach 133.62.
So there's our river bend. That's going to be KV. Can I see KVYS from here? I don't think so. It'll be out like fast that way a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it from here. But we do see Hennepin. Hello, Hennepin.
So I think, so if you look out there and kind of a little bit behind us, you see the edge of the city there?
Yeah.
There's a little green patch that looks like an L right now.
Yeah.
I think that's Illinois Valley.
Oh, okay.
Because I see like a road going down there and a bunch of little buildings on the end of it. I'm thinking that that's probably the hangars.
Makes sense.
Oh, actually, I see it.
Oh, yeah.
We're staring right down the runway.
Right down the runway, yep.
Yep. Duh.
It's also like green. It's greener than the brown around it.
Yeah.
So it just sticks out. Cool.
All right, well, now you know where it's at. All right, so.
Oh, man, it kind of looks like, everything just looks like kind of like clouds. Kind of looks like I'm still in the sky, but that's all ground. That's kind of scary.
All right, so you got.
There's Hennepin, yep. Next up is from Hennepin to Laken. The wind farm, Laken, yeah. It's just going to be kind of, and I can already see where it is from here, just that whole riverside.
Jump 30, echo off, no traffic.
Yep. Hennepin across the river here, that's probably Hennepin right there.
Yeah, that's Hennepin, yeah.
Yep, so that'd be Henry up on the corner over on this side.
Oh, which side? Oh, that one right there?
Yeah, see the city that's on our side of the river?
Yeah.
On the bend, that's Henry.
Okay, I've driven through Henry quite a bit.
I've only been to Henry once.
Pretty much every time I go to Chicago, I drive through Henry because that's the bridge I use. And then, yep, right across from Henry is going to be one and only Lacombe.
From 80 Uniform at VFR traffic is just passing about 1232 miles northwestbound, 4,000 feet unverified type unknown. Thank you, 80 Uniform. You have Skydive Chicago Airport, 8 November 2, 12 o'clock, about 15 miles. They're active today. So November 80 Uniform, turn 10, 10 degrees left to radar vectors, ground skydivers.
Left.
Left.
Turning right.
Turn left. Don't turn right.
Bullshit. Alright, so let's see here. So according to this, about where we're at here, we've got a...
Just see you
got that field.
We saw it last time, but I think this time it's going to be under and to my right. I don't think
yeah, I'm staring right at it. Hi! Right outside right here.
Yep, there it is.
Well, it's a public field. Let's go. No. Actually, no, it's not.
It's private, yeah.
But it's not restricted.
Ah.
So it's private. Private means that you have to get permission. I'm just overhead. Can I do a power off 180 down to your runway?
But if we croak out right now with the engine, we got a place to go.
Yep.
Yeah, at the moment I would love nothing more than autopilot.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm doing this across the line. Yeah, so there's Henry. I can see Lincoln from here.
Yeah, really the best thing to do, like if you get the plane going to where basically you don't have to put your hands on the yoke, you can just use your feet to just kind of make little adjustments to keep it level. Then the rest of the time, you can take hands off the wheel. You can sit here and you can look through your map, just occasionally look up and see if you're level, and if you have to, just add just a little touch of right rudder or whatever to level it out. And just go back like this, and then you won't take the airplane with you anytime you make an adjustment. That's usually what I do when I fly. Because then you're already right on the track. So as long as you don't make big adjustments to heading, you could just sit here with your feet on the rudder pedals and just dance on the pedals and keeping it level.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. Feeling it.
No, we need no stinking autopilot. That costs money.
Look, Ma, no hands. I see what you mean, and then just make little adjustments to trim if I need to go up or down. And okay. All right, I'm gonna take a nap.
All right, wake me when we get there.
Right now we're pretty adjusted, but I can feel the plane nosing down just a little bit, so I'm gonna do a little bit of trim.
75364 Alpha, contact St. Louis approach 125.8.
125.8, 64 Alpha, have a nice day, see ya. St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is 4,500 feet.
5364 Alpha, St. Louis approach, altimeter 29903, information to Juliet current, going 31 or 22.
I didn't hear what he said, squawk 3122?
No, he said, do you want 3-1 or 2-2?
3-1 or 2-2.
I'd say probably 3-1.
Can we get 3-1 today, 64 Alpha?
Right now winds are 280 at 10.
Surprised he's asking me for a runway already. We're still 30 miles out.
Oh yeah, St. Louis is way ahead of the game.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten ATIS, I haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, he's like, information Juliet's current. You want 3-1 or 2-2? It's like, holy crap, dude. I'm not even to Peoria yet. I'm even curious if you can even get it from all the way out here.
Sounds like it.
Air time information, Juliet 2154 Zulu, wind 28010, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 36, 2.16, altimeter 29902. Visual approaching is land departing runways 31 and 22. No Stearman runway 13 outer markers out of service. Taxiway Alpha 4 closed between GA ramp and taxiway Alpha. Revised initial contact, you have Juliet. Air time information, Juliet 2154 Zulu, wind 28010, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 36, 2.16, altimeter 29902. Visual
28010,
31 and 22.
Alright. So you got Juliet.
And I see Lacan. I actually see the runway. Can you see the runway?
Yep.
Darn, I thought that was cool. Actually, I can really see the runway. I can see those 1,000-foot markers. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see that, but I can see the runway.
Can you see the four bigger ones and then the bunch of smaller ones on the ends?
No.
Do you at least see like the white?
All I can see really is just the outline of the runway.
Okay, interesting.
Mr. Eagle sitting over here.
This is fucking amazing, dude. I can see like all the individual corn on a cornfield.
I killed that vision like that.
I mean, okay, now they're definitely like super apart. You can see them now, right? I'm talking about like the really big solid on both sides of the runway.
I can't pick them out. Oh, God, yeah. I was looking at the taxiway. That's why.
Yeah, there you go.
Son of a... Yeah. I can see all the striping.
Okay,
I forgot they resurfaced it. I'm looking for just a regular gray concrete runway. Forgot they've been going around and resurfacing all the runways in the area. God, I feel like an idiot.
I was like, there's no way your vision's that bad. I know I've got good eyes, but...
Nope, I'm looking at that taxiway to the left of it. I'm like, no, I don't know how the hell you see the lines. Oh, God. You know it's been a long day. Alright, so there's Marshall County. What else you got, smart ass?
We got Marshall County. So yeah, next up is Korea Class C and then runway. So let's see, we're about 25 miles out. We're at 4,500 feet, coming down about 3,000 feet, 3 miles per 1,000 feet. So we need about 9 nautical miles to descend down to pattern altitude. So about 15 miles out, I'll just start descending a little bit.
Yep, so what's your last waypoint on there? How many miles? 12?
Yeah, it should be 12.
Yeah, so I mean, when you get your last waypoint, Mount Holly, you can start descent down, you'll probably come right into the runway.
But if they're giving us 3-1, we gotta be, yeah, okay. Probably one.
Realistically, you could do either, but if you did 2-2, you'd have a almost straight 10-knot crosswind, which, I mean, if you want to practice with a crosswind, you can always ask for 2-2.
Nope.
All right.
Not today.
We'll get plenty of that when it gets towards wintertime.
Yeah, we're
when
getting
the winds are a little bit stronger.
As long as it's not hot, I think I'll be fine. I'd much rather fly in the cold than in the heat. And what am I seeing? Is this just a shadow?
Departure, hello, Blue Streak 5494, out of 16, climbing 5,000, direct Butler.
See what I'm seeing, right?
Yeah. 494, departure, good evening, go to contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
Last time I checked, there wasn't anything coming. Yeah, they got no weather. You know how else to check weather in the airplane, don't you? Like if your iPad broke.
Does this have weather?
That one doesn't, but the one above does.
How?
Slide across on that right screen.
Oh my god, that's amazing, I didn't know that.
Yep, so there's weather. That's winds aloft. There's a METARs.
I got a METAR.
So yeah, so you can go in here and you can say, you know, K, R, P, and then J. There's the METAR at Rochelle.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
And so click back on that. Click METAR. CAFs, NOTAMs.
My goodness, that's amazing. Okay.
Yep.
That would have been nice to know a long time ago, because it's. I literally, if my iPad died, I would have just been like, okay, well that sucks. Guess I'm not flying or something. I don't know. You zoom. Yeah, you can zoom too. Yep. Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Yep. It's got built-in weather and everything through ADSB, so all of it comes through that single unit.
USA Charlie Delta, contact approach 132.57. 3257.
I got KPIA tower and our second
Blue Streak 6494, contact Chicago Center 119.22.
1922, good day, 5494.
Yeah, I gotta stop asking you what he said, because I need to be able to hear him myself. I had no idea he was asking me what runways. I thought he was asking me for another spot code.
No, I mean, you can always say, you know, read off your altimeter setting. You probably had that. Read that off and say, I didn't catch the last part. And then just let him read the rest of it back to you.
Yeah. Because like I heard the altimeter setting and then he was like, 3113. And I'm like, or 3122. I'm like, huh?
Yep.
look at that big old train.
Oh,
Chugging.
yeah.
Chugga.
Aha, not stuck behind that intersection, huh? Nope, but we're going to count the train cars. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
What's fun to do at night is watch people flip their brights on and off on the country roads. I'd be like, man, your brights suck.
And then you actually get down there and you go, oh my god, I can't see.
Yeah.
Whoop. Don't take the controls. Readjust my ass a little bit. So we should see Holly here soon.
And you're going to get back right at 5:30. Look at that. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to destination.
Oh, I didn't think we were going to
17
have the plane till... Oh, because we ate. I didn't account for eating time, I bet. That's my bad.
Yeah, usually on airport restaurants, I factor in about an hour and a half just in case they are busy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Usually it's not that long, but... And I think on this particular one, I had you extend it out a little bit further than what it was before, just for the food. So, I mean...
It worked out.
It worked out just fine. Gotta be somewhat near Kiwani. Let's see. Oh, that's behind us. Never mind. I don't know. Can I see it? I can see it.
Looking for Kiwani?
Yeah. I haven't been over there in a while. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Oh, now it's going to be easy. Where are we at now?
Mount Holly.
Oh, damn. Okay. Alright, you found it.
What do you think I was looking at?
I don't know. I was hoping you weren't going to be able to find it. That's alright. Alright, well, you don't need this anymore. You know exactly where the airport's at.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, what are we not going to forget when we come down? Descent checklist. You know what I forgot on the way down last time? Descent checklist.
If not, I'm going to smack the shit out of you.
On our go around, I put back in the mixture and turned on my landing lights.
Nope. Nice.
Alright, we're going to fly right over Mount Holly.
Do you have a, like a flow?
Maintaining best forward speed. I got a jet coming in behind you. Contact PRA targeting.
Say that one more time.
I think he was calling us.
Were you calling us, 64 Alpha?
64 Alpha, affirmative. Maintain best forward speed. I got a jet behind you. And contact PRA target.
Contact Euro Tower, what's your 4-0? Have a nice day. See ya, 64 Alpha. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is about 12 miles north of PIA.
Cessna 64 Alpha, Peoria Tower, continue. Looks like St. Louis assigned you runway 31. Would you rather have 22 or you want to stick with 31?
Let's stick with 31 today, 64 Alpha.
Cessna 64 Alpha, enter the right downwind runway 31.
Entering right downwind for runway 31, 64 Alpha.
Bluestreak 5187, Peoria Tower, you ready?
Bluestreak 5187, affirmative.
Bluestreak 5187, turn left direct, adders, runway 31, clear for takeoff, wind 2707.
Alright, left direct to adders and runway 31, clear for takeoff, Bluestreak 5187.
Why did he ask us if he wants 2-2 and he's still making people take off 3-1?
My guess is because I think he's got an airline coming in, and I think they're coming in on 3-1, so he was probably seeing if we would switch to 2-2, so that way he could bring the airline in on 3-1 and you in 2-2. That's my guess.
Not today, evildoer.
Not fucking likely.
I'm checking Mount Holly, make sure no one's on the pattern or is coming up beneath us. We're flying kind of close to it. Alright, so right downwind for 3-1. So that's on our side of the airport. We're going to enter 3-1, do a right base and a right turn. We're not doing touch and goes.
That is correct.
I'm learning. Oh, Mount Holly.
Alright. Well, we can do something special on it if you wanted.
What's that?
We can either do a short field or soft field landing.
Sure. What does that entail?
You pick which one.
Let's do short field.
Short field. Alright, so short field entails coming in a little bit on the steeper side. Unless there's two different ways. You go steep or you could do a flat approach. People try it both ways and see which one works best for you. If you do the steeper approach, basically what you have to assume is at the point that the end of the runway starts, you have to assume there's a 60-foot tree straight up from the end of the runway. So you have to come over 60 feet above the obstacle, or you need to fly over the obstacle, so above 60 feet, so it's 660, 720 over the end of the runway, and then as soon as I say you're clear of the obstacle, you'll pull the power, bring it down a little bit steeper towards the runway, and then level out. Your goal is to be on the ground as soon as possible. You're assuming you have small runway.
Okay.
So coming into land, you're going to come down and land. As soon as you touch down, immediately get those flaps up, so that way the wheels plant on the surface, and you're taking all that extra availability of lift out. So you pull that up, the wheels will sit there, and then you simulate max braking, but you don't do max braking.
Traffic in sight.
I got
See
so
him
many.
right
Oh yeah, I see him.
High on him. I didn't realize he was that close. And at our altitude.
Yeah, he's climbing out, I think.
So 60-foot obstacle. Clear the obstacle. You're gonna tell me I'm cleared the obstacle. I'm gonna pull the power out, and as soon as my wheels touch the ground, I release flaps. Move flaps.
Yep. So as soon as you hit the ground, flaps up, and then you say simulate max braking. You don't actually do it, but in real life you would do max braking. That way you could stop before the end of the runway. But you just say simulated max braking. But as long as you say that, then he knows that you know that that's part of the maneuver.
Okay.
So everything else about the same. Just
I almost always come in super steep as is with full power out because I'm always super high.
it'll probably work out for you then.
So maybe it'll work out. We'll see.
The other way people do it is they come in and they get all the way down to that 720. They hold the power and they stay at 720 until they get to the end of the runway, and then all they got to do is pull power out and come down. Some people like the steep down method, so that way they keep the solid approach all the way down. There's no real right, wrong way, but there's two different ways of doing it. Most of my other students they come in flat on every approach anyway, so that's going to work out best for them, but you like the high approach.
I would rather be higher than lower.
I couldn't agree more.
Honestly, if I'm too low, I might as well just do a go around because I don't want to land with power too, just to try and keep that glide slope.
There you go. I got the right idea.
Alright, I'm going to down a little bit more and get us straight into pattern. Oh, it got hot again. What?
Fast forward speed for max airflow inside the cabin.
Oh, you're asking me, or?
No, I'm messing with you.
Okay, like I don't know.
What am I supposed to do? How dare you?
Square root of pi. Alright, there's our 1700. And we're going to enter into the right downwind. second now. Maintain my speed, maintain my altitude. Put a nice soft turn into it. I hate right traffic.
Oh yeah. Although nowadays, right traffic isn't too bad for me, because I'm always on this side of the airplane anyways.
That's true. Yeah, if I ever become a CFI, I gotta learn it anyway.
No, the only time I'll ever be left seat is if I'm flying with family or friends, because they don't really care to look at that stuff over there. They can stare at this blank panel over here.
Alright. A little bit closer to the runway. Yeah, I made that turn too soon, I think. Or the wind's blowing me a little bit towards it, or away from it.
Let's see, looking at the windsock.
So 6 for Alpha, runway 31, clear to land, wind 2705.
Clear to land, 6 for Alpha, runway 31.
Nobody's flying any of the Bradley planes? How dare they?
Flaps. That's kind of surprising, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe everyone looked at the wind and were like, just, nah, I'm good.
Pussies. I've been up 30 knot winds. These things will do it.
I don't want them to do it.
Not saying it was an easy flight, but I can do it.
Flaps.
Alright, so when you come in and you set up for the approach on this one, you're going to try and hold your final approach speed the entire time.
Oh, that was a really bad final turn.
Alright, so keep bringing it down here.
Final notch flaps.
Alright, so picture a tree right at the end of the runway here. So you want to get down as close as you can without smacking that tree. So you're bringing her down. Yep, so you might need a little bit of power out. There you go.
Still imagining a tree.
Yep, so the tree stops at 720, so as long as you're above that, you're fine. Alright, so right above the runway here, and you're clear of the obstacle, so now bring it down as soon as you can. There you go, so level it out, and as soon as you touch down, flaps up. And then you just simulate max braking, but
Simulate
you won't.
max braking.
Yep, so then you just...
Tower envoy 3990 on the visual 31.
Number 3990, Peoria Tower, runway 31, cleared to land.
31 clear to land, envoy 3990.
Cessna 6 for Alpha, turn right at Mike, contact ground point 85.
Turning right at Mike, contact ground point 85. I'm going to say, see you.
2.16, altimeter 29902.
I didn't like that landing, but at least I got it down.
Well, when it comes to short field, they're okay with a firm landing because you're trying to get it down and on the ground as fast as possible.
And I don't think did I reach for the flaps fast enough? I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did fine. Most people forget the flaps on check ride.
Ah.
So as long as you reach for the flaps and get them up, you're fine.
So if I were to fail to reach for the flaps, would they fail my check ride right then and there, or would they be like, hey, what do you think you did wrong?
It may not be a failure, per se. He may say, huh, we probably could have stopped a little bit quicker if we had the wheels more firmly planted on the ground. And then, depending on if he decides that that's worthy of failing a check ride or not, if you did everything else perfect or something like that, then he might just bring it up during the debrief that you might want to make sure that you bring the flaps up a little bit more.
How'd you like it though? Otherwise, was that okay? Was it?
Yeah, that was fine. The big part is just make sure that when you do cross over the end of the tree, so to speak, you want to be as close to where the height of the tree is, because you're assuming they don't tell you the true definition, but they'll say the runway starts here, the runway ends down here, and then you're assuming it's like 2,000 feet long. So you want to get this thing on the ground as fast as possible. If you're, 1,000 feet above the end of the runway, well, you got 400 feet to lose. You'll never make that 2,000 foot of runway.
Hey, you know what I forgot? Mixture and landing light. I don't know why I keep forgetting this.
Can't work on these conditions.
I don't know what I keep missing. I reach down to reach for the taxi light, and I realize landing light's off, and I look over the mixture, and the mixture's still out. I don't know what.
It's the cross-country portion of it. You're probably used to it when you come from like a practice area and whatnot, or when you're in the pattern, because it's already there. But when you're starting a descent down from cruise down to pattern, that's probably where you're seeing it.
That is, because we've never, at least with Gavin, we almost never messed with the mixture, because we never did cross-country, we never really did anything. Even in practice areas, we were still below 3,000 feet half the time, and when he told me to go up, we didn't pull any mixture out. So.
Yeah. All right, if you want.
Okay, I just remember I have to do the pre-landing checklist, because the checklist is right here. I can see it right here, so I know it's here. So I just have to recall to do it. Here, let me tell them I'm here before they get mad.
Yeah.
Okay. Imperial Ground, Sky Hawk 364 Alpha is just off of runway 31 at Mike, requesting taxi to Byerly Aviation.
534 Alpha, Imperial Ground, taxi Byerly via Delta.
Taxi via Delta, 64 Alpha. Man, that's embarrassing. I've failed to do that literally every single time we've come in for a landing from across country, which I know has only been like twice, but come on.
Well, it's one of those that, you could just ask yourself each time you get into the pattern, or you start setting up for a landing and say, all right, if I was at Mount Holly, when would I start setting up my stuff? If I was, something where you're used to your flow. I use the GUMPS checklist. I don't know if you have a flow in your head that you use, but I use a GUMPS checklist, and I just remember anytime I see the airport I'm going to, run through a GUMPS checklist real quick.
What's GUMPS checklist?
So GUMPS is gas, so you check your gas down here. Undercarriage, if you got a retractable gear, you want to make sure the gear's down.
Gear is important.
Undercarriage, mixture, so mixture, prop, which we can't adjust in this plane. Prop, seat belt switches.
Okay.
Is the S. So GUMPS, if you really want to, but seat belt switches. So you just make sure everyone's got their seat belts on, got your lights on. There's your switches. I just run through a GUMPS checklist. Now for 090, I have to run a C GUMPS for C being carb heat to make sure it's on. But
does carb heat have to always be on, even in the summer?
Yep, even on landing, because if for some reason you picked up carb icing, you flew high enough that you were able to pick up icing, there's no way of melting that off prior to landing other than just carb heat.
Makes sense. Tweak it.
Come on, short field landing.
Did he mix do his mixture correctly?
I don't know. Did he do his pre-landing checklist? I sure hope so.
Man, I'm thirsty. I really want to get some water as soon as we stop.
I see. Now I got the ultimate decision. Coming up on 6 o'clock. Do I go home for 2 hours and then come back for the night cross country?
Oh.
Or sit in the lobby for 2 hours?
That's rough, buddy. We're going to have cookies.
Yeah, but do I need cookies?
Yes. You always need cookies.
I'm a little afraid of cookies right now. I got a health screening coming up in October. My ass needs to be on a treadmill is what it needs to be.
Have a cookie and then do a walk around the airport.
Oh, that sounds work.
Ground Envoy 3990, clear runway 31, Echo 4, ready to taxi for.
you want. Well, you can put it wherever you want, really.
Yeah, I'm going to park it on the end right here. I'm not going all the way down.
People like you for that one. Plus, I don't like parking down by the de-icers.
I hate when they're like, oh, you got to park as far down as you can. It's like, well, I don't want to, so maybe you can move it if you want.
Well, they could also be out here marshalling us, too, so. Lazy bastards. I see all the fuel trucks over there, so that means there ain't nobody driving a fuel truck right now, so that means they're all sitting in the line room.
Just waiting.
Brian, they're eating cookies and just sitting on their phones.
That's what I'd be doing. Good enough. Alright. Okie dokie. ALT very silent. Silent. Avionics off. Avionics off.